Hello and welcome. We've been working our way through LOTRO as part of MMO Mondays, and I've really been enjoying it so far. The story's really cool, but we've mostly been doing the main story, right? I don't want to get too overleveled so that we're just destroying everything because I don't think that's as fun and as tense. So I've been doing a lot of the main story and not doing as much of the side content. The last few weeks, we've been a little bit underleveled, so I've had the chance to go back and do some side content. And I want to talk for a little bit about this little place in Angmar known as Aughaire. And there's something that, like, we got here and it was like, hey, cool, these people are interesting. I don't know much about them from the books that I've read. Rungren's read a lot more of the books than I have, and he knows more of this story, but I don't know much about these people, right? And so I was excited to get to meet a brand new group of people that I hadn't met yet in this world. I'd heard them referenced before, and I knew a little bit about them, but not too much. And early on when we got here, I noticed that there was a quest that would give us like a set of gear from this guy Krenog. And it was a long chain to be able to get it all, right? I apologize for my voice. I'm sorry, I've been sick. But it was a long chain to get every piece of it. But I found that I had to get all the pieces. I was really, really enjoying this quest. I started it as a joke because I'd made an offhand comment on last week's episode of MMO Monday that, watch, we're going to come back and I'm going to have the full set. So then I said, well, I'll just get the full set so that joke is funny this week, right? Only to find out that these quests are actually really enjoyable. I found myself really trying to figure out what was going on with these people. And I think that why I wanted to make this video, that's a standard thing in MMO, right? You get introduced to a group of characters or to a special area and you want to learn more about it. You want to do more in it, right? In a game like LOTRO, where you already have the world with pre-existing characters you already know about, I think one thing that people can get really confused by is thinking that they'll just be playing through the main story of Lord of the Rings. And that is not the case. There's a bunch of cool side content. You have to do all this stuff. But I wanted to because I wanted to know all about them, because these are people I don't know about from the pre-existing lore. And I could, had I, studied more, I suppose. But I think it's really cool that, again, this is a game where you're going to go, hey, I want to go to Rohan. I want to go to Gondor. I want to go to the Shire. I want to see Rivendell, Whereas a little slice of this world that I'm going to remember forever is Aughaire in Angmar, It's not part of all this over here that's the main story. It doesn't get into all of this heading towards Mordor. It's this little tiny spot all the way up here. But there's just something really special about this story of these people that are very different from all the people that live south from them, that slowly open up to you as you go. And it's just something that I found really, really special. I know this isn't a very long video, and it's not super crazy, but we've been playing LOTRO for the channel on the course of MMO Mondays, and of course I'm playing Guild Wars 2 on my own time for the channel. And Guild Wars 2 it's the MMO for me right now, right? But I'm glad that LOTRO is not just for work. It's also something that I'm enjoying on the side. And it's something that if you've seen our videos on LOTRO and gone, well, yeah, but like it doesn't look as good as Guild Wars or FF14. Combat doesn't look as snappy as those games. LOTRO is still absolutely worth your time. And I have a full review I want to make once we beat it. And maybe just like a mini review as we get to each big section. I want to do something when we get to 50, just talking about my full experience with the game. But I think personally that Aughaire alone is worth playing this game for. And so I just wanted to share that because I think this is such a special game that gets overlooked. It's free to play. You can jump in and just have a good time with it without having to put any money in. You have limited character slots unless you put a little bit of money in. But the actual game itself, if you just want to play on one character, or you can delete your old character, make a new one, I guess, completely free. And that's something that in the current market that we're in, where MMOs are pretty heavily monetized, not great, This is awesome. I like this a lot, and I just wanted to share that with you. Again, there'll be like a bigger, longer video coming. I really like Aughaire. I really like the characters. There's a very special character that's right up here and he's awesome. And I don't want to spoil any of that for anybody, but please, if you have the time and you enjoy the world of Lord of the Rings and want to explore more of it, this is just like one chunk, right? When we get into the Trollshaws, Rivendell, there's some really cool stories going on up here. There's some really cool stories going on over here, and at the last bridge. There's a lot of cool stuff going on there. We've got some really cool stuff going on in Archet and Combe, or Bree. That's not even getting into the stuff in Evendim. This world is so cool. 100% recommend it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Have you done the Aughaire quest? How do you feel about them? And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum LOTRO has to offer.